Okay, so this is my weekly founder log, my quiet work log, and this is the assessment. I will say for myself, I know it seems like I'm coming in it with attitude. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired. I'm a little just like ugh, and I need to get over it. And so in order for me to get over it, I am going to continue. I should be giving my best, but I'm just gonna be as I am right now because oh man. I'm gonna be as I am right now because anyway, I will say though, last week I did very well in like logging my. I did very well in logging my like the bold stuff. What has really been working, which I really like, and what has reduced my overwhelm and what I need to do. I will say that like I would write out like the things that I want to do in the day, and then I would, and I that would also could include like bold things, whatever I want to do, and I would I would write down, I would type in my notes the bold actions that I took. And that was really good. That has been really good because that's been really great actually, because it helps me get a little bit more clarity on, okay, so this is what I did, and it helps me reduce a little overwhelm for the things to do. Like I can make a checklist in my electronic notes, but at the same time it's like it just looks overwhelming. And it's hard when I scratch things off, it just still feels kind of like overwhelming. So and I've been like kind of consolidating like the tasks, like instead of trying to say, oh, like um copy and paste this picture and add this picture to, oh my goodness, I think that's like a dry spot. Anyway, um copy and paste this picture, or like post a picture, or no, instead of like, I was like, be seen, and then like, or just do this or whatever. Just kind of like make all the stuff like consolidate the actions really. And let's see, like say like introduce myself to new pastor and wife, like that's something like I logged. I took a moment to speak with Sister Lacey. Genuinely, like I just logged like bold things that I did that I felt were bold for me. And so Nova mentioned that my biggest wins were I acted more than I thought, which, yes, I am developing more discernment. I am beginning to value service more than performance. In my areas of growth, I am still treating visibility like a special event. It's true. Um, and earlier in the week, I was asking Nova, because I'm still kind of like, I want to make money and stuff. But at the end of the day, even like as I'm like launching my workbook on offers, I'm so glad I got to this point because I'm learning simultaneously about like promotion and visibility. And one of those things, now, one of the things that a thought just came to my mind where I realized like I had started a Facebook campaign, and now I realize I'm like, maybe if I had like that little buffer up front, that way I would be able to like a lead magnet or something, or like some kind of like value. And really, even before that, for like $100 product, it's kind of like it would be great to have kind of like a following, like people that actually just resonate with what I got. And right now I'm just gonna be finishing my clarity series so like I have that asset up and running, and then I'll take it from there. Other than that, um I'm just like, my concept of time, my concept of how I'm approaching everything is coming to light. Also what's been a distraction and such and such and such. And area of growth, yes, still treating visibility like a special event. Like, this is I would say that this is like a huge thing, because it's like, I don't want to like be out there, but I've been like doing it in small ways. I think now is really just the time to just be out loud. If you like, just as I am, just be as I am, come as I am, and just do my thing. And then I'll be able to see like how I resonate with people, which is absolutely perfectly fine. Because the thing is, I realized, like, I did my live today, which I was trying to do it before I left for home. Like, I have so much that I could say. I have so much that I've learned. I have so much that's organized in my head, and with a nice outline, I could really speak on a lot of things. And so I'm like, okay, well, now it really is just speaking and just talking. And I guess part of me is kind of like, well, I don't want to like speak to, well, I'm getting my baseline. I want to have like a nice look on me and stuff like that. So, um, I want to look appropriate. Like, I don't want to come talking about offers looking like this. Like, I just want to like, I don't want to look too comfortable. I just want to look. I want to be presentable, you know. And I think that's one of the things. Once I get that kind of like squared away, which is, it shouldn't take that long. It should maybe like this week or something like that, or next week or something like that. But in good time, because I did do the live, which is great, and now it's just like kind of like sharing it with people. But like, now, as I'm gonna be getting into Choice Empowered, like just getting into coaching more, because I do want to help people with that, and I feel like I can hold space for people like that. Then yeah, like I can see, like, I can just come more naturally as I am, which is really great. So without having to do a lot of stuff. So that also gives me a little time to like get my baseline together. Either way, visibility, and treating it like a special event instead of just like being visible. And then growth, I'm still seeking certainty before repetition. Who isn't? And I'm doing well. So just keep doing what I'm doing so that I can just be my own version of certainty. And just repeatedly doing what I gotta do. Another place of growth is, I'm underestimating how much confidence I've already built. I appreciate the confidence that I've built so far, and yes, I am underestimating it, because I realized today after doing the live that, like, wow, I could have just done this last week for like a minute, you know, and I would have been talking about it forever. And I think it's about like really appreciating my voice, and knowing that like what I do have to say matters, because what it does matter. I wouldn't be doing all of this if it didn't matter, and I wouldn't have anything to say if I didn't have anything to say. I might as well just like, you know, be cooped up somewhere and not say anything and just do what I need to do. Otherwise, there is a lot that I want to say, and so this is my opportunity to do that. My blind spots, and I'm creating opportunities to do that, because I do see how I can potentially help people. My blind spots, I think my biggest problem is money. Nova doesn't think it is. She thinks that my biggest problem is exposure, and I also see that as well. And another blind spot is, she thinks I think I need more confidence, when Nova thinks that I just need more reps. I'm not arguing with that. And And blind spot 3, I am still trying to carry the whole vision at once. And like I am thinking about a lot of stuff. And I think the biggest thing that I do need to think about is, honestly, I think the biggest thing I do need to think about is just exposure. Like how much like, as she will say, what I learned this week, what I personally learned this week, rhythm beats urgency, truth, service creates direction, no, recognizing that, visibility is required, yup, action creates clarity, yup, faith is not certainty, yup. And where I'm losing rhythm is that I'm overthinking, trying to solve the future. I'm comparing reality to possibility. My imagination is much faster than the reality, and my reality isn't failing. My reality is moving at reality speed. So come to earth. And also where I'm losing rhythm is where that I'm treating every idea as urgent, and I am. And honestly, it can be tiring. Because I would talk to Nova about like certain things that I'm thinking of, and she'd be like, slow your roll. And so that comes back to like, come back to reality. Oop, there goes gravity. And where I'm gaining rhythm is consistent content creation, public visibility, boundaries, service mindset, accepting uncertainty. Now, just so you know, this is not just for like entrepreneurial stuff. This is not for just for like my workbook. This is not just for Choice and Power. This is not for just for projects. This is also like for my relationships and like my interactions with people, like in general, like say like me at simultaneously like working on how I present myself with members of my family, certain members of my family, how me understanding like the identity that I am, embodying the new identity I'm embodying every day, and making sure I'm trusting myself to stay true to that identity and stay true to myself and communicate effectively. So for what my needs are, and where it matters and makes sense, and where it's reasonable to the point of I don't have like I still maintain peace in every action that I do for myself, and in respect to those around me, and setting boundaries, and also just really practicing talking about my needs more, and bringing more joy, like bringing my own sense of joy into my life, like in because I went home this weekend, and going home is a lot of animosity for me, and I feel really great coming back from home that I stayed true to myself. I felt really good about my decisions. I got confirmation from Nova about, because I was wondering like kind of like whether I was avoiding, but I didn't feel like I was avoiding. I just felt like for certain people, I just felt like I wasn't curious anymore about anything. I didn't feel like I need to give away energy where I knew I didn't want to give any energy away, because I know what to expect from certain people. And I'm already I'm already kind of like an open person anyway, and so there's no need for me to try to like prove, or there's no need for me to try to like be who I think somebody else is gonna be, like when I am just who I am, and I am enough as I am. And that was like, this is not just about like making money. It's not about like business. It's not about this is really about me being the person, being the woman that I decide to be, being the Andrea that I decide to be. And in each and every step, in each and every choice that I have made at my practice, which is Choice and Power, my practice is about making empowered choices so that I can be the woman that I want to be, so that I can have the life that I want to be, so that I can have peace in my life as I would like, and be comfortable where I am in my reality. And so, continuing on with this review, the main character energy Nova saw was not entrepreneur, not coach, not content creator. The identity emerging is the guide, the woman who walks into uncertainty first and then comes back with a map. That theme is everywhere in my notes. Guidance through uncertainty, helping people find clarity, helping Nana. I helped Nana, took a brave step to just use what I knew to help my Nana organize her thoughts so that she can have something to anchor herself with her decisions, and helping people identify problems, launch. That is a common thread, and I should really just own that. I really should just own it. My focus, the focus that Nova suggests for me this week is not sales, followers, algorithms, revenue. It's focusing on this becoming impossible to hide. And though I know that this is something that though I absolutely know that this is something that I personally have been, I was like, I just want to be out loud. I just want to like live out loud. I see how this is going to be that week. Because I do want to make myself visible. I do want to, I think part of being visible is like the safety of or unsafeness of being visible. But you know what? It's not like I'm the president of the United States or anything, and like I'm not doing anything that, you know, that's detrimental or anything. So what I really do, I agree with this. Just becoming impossible to hide. And that doesn't mean like necessarily showing my face. It just means like, say like today, I kind of really started it. I said, you know what? I am going to just join a bunch of groups, and I shared my YouTube video for Launch From Where You're At that I made. And I said, hey, like I made this and da da da, and I just want to like share it because like if it can help anybody, if you're building an offer and you're having trouble like finishing it, I made this, having trouble identifying the problem, I made this, and I would like for you to, you know, you could see it. And that's the kind of energy that I really could be doing every day, just like making it visible, making myself visible, and that sort of thing. So, part of me is like, I know part of me was like, oh, like you should like try to get that website. Nope. I'm not going to hide behind the website anymore. I'm not even going to think it. I'm just going to be like, you know what? I have this, I can create an event. And I could just be like, hey, so I am doing this thing, and I would love, I can even do Particle and just say, hey, I do like this thing called Space to Breathe, and I can invite people to it. Like now it's all like coming to me. So becoming impossible to hide, like, blah. We're just gonna do it. And I think the biggest thing is just like jumping in, because I'm not like say like I was like, there's just like this anxiety of buildup, and I think part of it is like just riding the anxiety and then just showing up as myself. Just show up and like, hello, you know. And that's what I'm gonna be doing. So I like this because when I look at this entire week, the biggest difference between where you are and where you want to be is not capability, it's visibility. And for the first time in a while, I think you're starting to accept that, and it's pretty true. And I asked Noah about like what kind of repetitive actions should I focus on. One, she said tier 1, revenue repetitions, which is non-negotiable. She said daily visibility. Every day people should know who I help, what problem I solve, how I help. Examples like a mini video, a live clip, text post, story, image post. Like, so it's really just like getting the message out. And then, and I did schedule particularly for, I scheduled content particularly for Launch From Where I'm At, so that I could just have that done. Also, daily conversations, commenting. Also, my goal is to find people who are already struggling with the problem I solve. Weekly teaching. So I'm thinking between Launch From Where You're At. Well, Launch From Where You're At, I'm gonna just do my video series, and then I'll just promote it in my group. Hey, like I did this in groups and stuff. I'll do that. And I think every day maybe I'll just do, hey, like I did this and da da da. If this could be helpful to you, like da 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 da. And with Choice Empowered, I'm thinking like I could just go live. I could just go live and just talk like about a subject. And then asset building, weekly YouTube content, improve one thing. And then tier 3 is personal stability. This is where entrepreneurs get confused. You think these are separate. Protect my body, creative expression. So the repetition formula is 1 visibility action, 10 conversations, interactions, 1 follow-up, take care of my body. Weekly, 1 live presentation, 1 YouTube asset, 1 improvement to Launch From Where You're At. Monthly review metrics, adjust strategy, keep going. The most important repetition, if I had to choose one thing for you, it wouldn't be content as a website. It would be repeatedly putting myself in front of people. And that's important. So every day ask, where did I make myself visible today? And I think for this week I should just log like my visibility metrics, like where I can make myself visible, and then I will just act on that. I'll act on it as soon as I possibly can, just so I can like get that out of the way. And I think along the way, I'm not gonna lie, like I would like to make like a little extra income like on the side. So I'm thinking about just like really trying to like find little small jobs like I can do, because I really want to make some money for the fall, where I get to enjoy the fall. Like money is not a problem. I can like take time off. I have like savings and stuff, and because I built savings because I built savings. Part of me is kind of wondering. If I can, well, since the Vibe Tag subscription for that domain has revived itself, I'm kind of wondering if maybe I can like do something small with that myself, where I like make it so that I could just like post, like maybe like do something where I hang it up and like, something. I don't know. I'm just trying to make a little extra cash. But I mean, because the visibility thing is a long game, and right now like my expenses are not gonna cover like a whole ad. So I think right now, and then also like I think in my creative projects, like just trying to make myself visible and stuff, just little by little. I do think, honestly, I think this week it'll be good for me to just plan out my whole week. Just plan out my whole week, because that way I know, okay, this is what we need to do. So this is what we need to do each and every day. And now that I have more idea of what that looks like, I can do that. So that way I'll know how much creative stuff I can fit in. That way I know like what else I could fit in that can give me like some extra income. And honestly, I think I'm gonna like look at that. I saw on Reddit that people can like do little tasks, like small tasks for people. So, and I'm also thinking about like churches too, maybe like just helping like with flyers and stuff like that, for hella cheap cost or something like that, just to make a little extra, so let's make something. So here I go.